Hello and welcome back to S Rank, the only home of video games. Hi everyone, my name's Ethan. Welcome back. Busy week for me. I moved, had to set up a lot of stuff for both this channel and this apartment. A lot of streams we have planned and a lot of videos, podcasts, some new and some old, returning as well. Lots and lots of stuff going on. Yeah, no, I had to move a lot of stuff this past week. Finally have the entire full set together. If you watched Devin and I's TCG card shop simulator stream that we had, I want to say on Tuesdays, sometime last week. I was sitting in that chair, right? That rocking, that uncomfortable to sit upright rocking chair. And I didn't really have the lights up. I was using other lights. I was actually using I was using that light way back there and another light I have way over there. But now I have my nice lights here and I actually kind of like the setup. And I wanted to do like a stream I had been kicking the can down the road of for a while now. I think I had scheduled this stream. It was public on the channel since like early April, mid-April maybe, and just kept moving it and moving it and moving it, and eventually privated it. And you know what? Now it's time. We're gonna be getting retro achievements in Super Mario Brothers. I'm sure you've heard of them. You know, they are the plumbers from Brooklyn in the Mushroom Kingdom saving the Princess Toadstool. Yeah, anyway, I signed up for a Retro Achievements account, retroachievements.org. It is basically and a very elaborate plug-in set, if I could like simplify, the entire thing down. An elaborate plug-in set for certain emulators if they choose to opt into it. To basically add achievements, like, we're adding in achievements into games that obviously are too old to have had them, let alone internet connections or anything to verify them. So, there's a lot of old Nintendo games, or just Nintendo games in general, that I'm looking to get some of these retro achievements in. I actually think, coincidentally, around the time, might even been the day of, that I made this retro achievements account, back early April, was like maybe the day of, if not close to, the news that, oh yeah, the Switch 2 isn't having achievements, which like I didn't even occur to me to anticipate. Like, oh, I hope, I never actually like was looking forward to that. So I don't know. Doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't want to at least have something in there. But I digress. I like the PlayStation trophy hunting stuff, and for some of these games, I'm like, oh, I grew up with some of these games. I wanna hop in and get some of these old achievements. Retro achievements seem pretty great. So I'm going to be doing this as an infrequent series here on the S Rank channel, the only home for video games. I'm going to make that our catchphrase. Um, and I want to focus on just the Nintendo developed and published games. I don't want to like hop on, a PS1 and do some of the games that like Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, games that actually have trophies in re-releases. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want to do the games that Nintendo had published and kind of do them, one a stream. We're not going to like try to whatever the equivalent of platinuming them is. 1 2 hour stream here or there for one of these games. And I figured I'd start with Super Mario Brothers. That was the game I tested retro achievements with. If you saw on the channel, by the way, our third retro rotation stream that myself, Devin, and also David does, that we played LSD Dream Emulator. And since I was playing it, I was getting retro achievements on that as well. Check out that stream. We had a lot of fun doing it. It was a blast. The next one's going to be Parappa the Rapper, and David's not going to like it. We're going to like it because it's a great game, but David's not going to like it. He does not like rhythm games. So yeah, let's hop in. First, why don't we look at what the kind of list here we're working with. Hi everyone, I'm Tiny now. Yeah, like I said, I guess April 7th was when I did this test kind of playthrough, so to speak, of Super Mario Brothers. You see, I got a bunch of achievements already, but there is a bunch I don't have. Taking a look at some of them, beating the game, and then continuing from that completed game to win again. Don't know if this counts if you use the continue option. If you hold down A, I think when pressing start in the main menu or main, title screen, you can like continue. After you lose all your lives from at least the world that you started in, right? Not necessarily the level. You could die on 5-3 and you'd start at 5-1. So I'm not sure if these count. If they do, then we'll go for it as well. I guess I never tried to do the warp zone stuff. There's a lot of little things in here, but one of the big kind of sets I want to go for is beating Bowser with fireballs in each of his encounters, and then also wanting to try. We'll see if we can at least get the first one, a pacifist run in this game. We can get hit, at least for big to small, but we can't kill anything, and we can't even collect a fire flower. And if we get a Starman, I guess we would have to hide, right? And then, finish the game without using the continue code. Okay, that's in there. Makes sense. And then some hidden 1-ups. See, this is interesting. Collect all the coins in World 1-3 and then collect the hidden 1-up on 2-1. I don't know if this is just, hey, there are 2 things for this achievement, because you see there's subsequent ones just like it. But if there was some hidden mechanic in Super Mario Brothers, where like, yeah, if you get all the coins in this level, then a 1-up appears in another level, that's a little weird. If that's the case, that's kind of cool. I feel like this is just saying, yeah, we want you to do 2 things. It would be too easy to be like, collect a hidden mushroom here. We'll make it a little bit harder. That's what I assume. But there's a bit of a pattern here, right? The 3rd level in a world, and the 1st level in the next one. Bizarre. Except for this one, which is just 8-2. I would love to try to do this. I've never been able to actually, on demand, on an actual, like, we are playing, without, like, rewinding, save stating, do the turtle stare 1-up trick. Complete World 1 without collecting any coins, and then basically not dying in subsequent worlds. And then I like these as well. And this was actually hard because I tried to go for this World 1 treasure hunter achievement, collect 120 coins without losing a life. Basically, get all the coins. We're going to go for some of them. I'd like to just play through the game. We'll use the warp zone in 4-2 for sure. And 2 and 1-2. 1-2 and 4-2. I don't remember where the other one is. We'll use those, but I'd like to try to beat the game as well. Oh, looks like I am. Okay. Why don't we hop in here, I guess. All right. We are also obviously not going to be using any... Are we going to have audio? There we go. A little loud in my headphones. I'm going to turn this down, if you don't mind. Maybe a little bit down more. Oh, that's right. I have to set the controls. I'm a B to jump guy. I don't like how technically you're supposed to hold a modern controller as far as Mario is concerned, where like your thumb is straddling B and A left and right on of your thumb. I prefer having like towards the knuckle of my thumb pressing that A button. You know what I mean? I like holding down and then doing this to press A, like B A, not B-A-A-A, if that makes sense. So I have to swap that somehow. And also, I ripped a nail a little bit, my thumb, on the thumb that's pressing these buttons. Yes, we can get Fire Flower. I was remembering that achievement that was like, don't do that. but that's for not killing anyone. I'd like to get as many 1-ups as we can. Okay, we'll cheese it, run through all this. Yeah, there's a bunch of Nintendo games, both on this system and others, that I want to get retro achievements for. And like back in December of this past December, the 2 GBA Metroid games I loved, I beat so many times, got hard. Oops. Oh no, I'm fucked. Got hard retro achievements. They got lists, and like, I thought one of these was a thingy. Hey, got out of that. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone for that last one. Failed the no dying. Oh, hold on a second. Have yet to turn on captions. Hold on. Way too tiny. Way too tiny. Make this... let's make this 3 rows. Should we make this 2 rows? Let's make this 2 rows. 2 rows of text. Line length 100. Is that font good? Yeah, we'll use that font. I like having the captions on while we play. Mushroom wasn't one of these, was it? Maybe what? I should have jumped that. I never claimed to be good at this game, to be fair. My first Mario game was 64. It was just that one. Oh, weird. Thank you. Yep, Mario 64 is one that I want to go for. Go down that. Oh, okay. Yeah, those GBA Metroid games. Come over here. Oh. I don't know how that could have been worse. I guess there could have been a hole I could have fell in. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I want to go for those. Honestly, all the Metroid games, maybe not the Game Boy one. Maybe not that one. I have to actually take a look. I went through, I guess, April 7th, whenever I played this and made this account, and basically, like, wish listed, like, watch list, whatever you want to call it, every game I would want to do for one of these streams. So I'm gonna take a look at that list at some point and figure out what the next one of these streams is. I have a gap in time during the weekdays that I could comfortably say we could hold a stream 10 a.m. to noon Eastern time. That'd be a good time for one of these types of streams. If not, also, I have a couple other series I've been doing research on in the background. A couple of series... Wait, why is the captions... Oh, because I didn't hit save. Whoops, that's on me. Not 42. I gotta hit save. Alright, there we go. There's an achievement for 15 kills with the turtle. Oh, weird. It pauses when I click off the Nintendo Entertainment System that this is definitely being played on. Damn. Yeah, there's a couple series of streams, very specific ideas. Oops. That I want to do. I don't really want to, like, commit to saying what those are just yet, because I have to determine, mainly for... I don't know why I jumped there. Mainly for one of them, if I want to do it or not. And what those games would be. Because it would be multiple games. But this other one, I have maybe a couple months ago, really started research on. Can I get another? No, it doesn't work like that. And is that game? That is game. You hold A and you press start and restart at this world. There we go. No one read the manual. It was in the manual. Yeah, a couple months ago, I really started researching a list of games to do as a series that would involve ranking. And this is not a, hey, look, here's every game for this platform. That's too daunting for me. I would give up eventually. Instead, this is... Why did I jump like that? Instead, this is a list of very specific games across many different platforms. That's all I really want to say at this point. Because again, not entirely positive that we're going to be able to do it. Oh, you could have fell. Can you just... Gotta like... God. No, we ain't going for it. We're gonna get this and then move on. Super Mario Brothers. The fun fact, I don't know if you want to call it a fun fact or not. There is a review, a contemporary review of this video game in the West and here in America when it came out. October 1985, when the NES launched. You know, it was a staggered release, obviously. It was a rollout. Things weren't just like, yep, it is this one specific day, and that's it. But it had that test, you know, market in New York City when they first kind of rolled it out. So whatever day that was, a pair of sisters who had reviews for things in magazines. Oh, not magazines, newspaper. They had a newspaper column or just that section that they pad out or whatever, where they reviewed, I guess, movies? Anyway, or maybe they were reviewing Atari stuff. I don't know. But they reviewed Super Mario Brothers. And that's right. The springs in this game suck ass. Can I make it around that? They reviewed Super Mario Brothers, these sisters. I forget what their names were. And I read this a very long time ago. Great. And the one thing that they praised was its secrets. And to be specific, they weren't talking about like we just went down a pipe and oh now we're gonna water, you know, thing. They didn't mean that. They meant literally, oh, you don't know what's in a block until you hit it. That level of secret. And like that stuff we take for granted, right? To us now, that is just video games. But to me, it's actually, I don't want to go in the water. But to me, that is kind of what separates the Atari age, if I could say so. Gotta get out of there. From essentially this. A lot of Atari stuff I would consider them video games for sure. I'm not going to say that they're not video games. And there's a fun to be had there. But it's more like, to me, an electronic amusement, like a toy. Like, oh, I see the stuff that's there. I can click, you know what I mean, my joystick button, my fire button, and move this uncomfortable-ass joystick around. Not that anyone back then really felt it was comfortable either. But you get the idea. Like, it was very simple to the point where, like, you know, it is what it says on the tin. And in this era, you would still get that when it comes to, like, sports games, where it's like, yep, you know what baseball is. Here is a video game, RBI Baseball. It is baseball. You're going to have fun with baseball. But then for this one, it's like, I mean, I don't know. We have to start back over from 5-1 again. It's a neat little trivia. The earliest example I can think of a video game review on this side of the Pacific Ocean. And it is in a newspaper in October '85 for Super Mario Brothers. So I want to get trophies. I almost called them trophies. Yeah, I do trophy hunting here on the channel as well. Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy. That is the series. Nice. Those are the series that we are going through right now. I'm going to try to convert Devin into doing some platinums. I know he's platinumed a few games. Platinumed a couple. But he's got Astrobot. I want to try to get him to platinum Astrobot. And then maybe, ultimate goal, don't tell him, my ultimate goal, I want him to platinum Bloodborne. One of my favorite ones, Bloodborne. Was not expecting to live. I'll take it, for sure. I was saying something and then I said trophies and I went on a tangent about trophies. A lot of games that I want to get achievements for. Oh, this game. This game has several, like, subset lists. So these are lists that you can opt into, and I don't know how. They weren't active by just playing. Because, you know, I have the game. It should work, but oh, this is the water. One of them's like extra hard stuff, and then there's like speedrunning stuff. Okay, but you know, there's a bunch of other versions of Super Mario Brothers, right? There is obviously the Japanese release of Super Mario Brothers 2, which is just this game but different levels, and they suck. They're harder, and there's more. There's hidden levels. Something like beat the game 8 times, and then you unlock new levels. There's Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, the Game Boy Color release, which has some of those levels in it as levels, but also like this 2-player thing, and there's changes. There's that. There's Super Mario Brothers Special, which was the PC-98? I forget which. It was on like 2 computers, but one of them, 2 of these Japanese computers, but one of them has the retro achievements. I'm afraid to boot that up, to be honest, because I've seen what that game looks like, and it does not look like it would be fun, but it would be interesting to amuse ourselves with and going after. Then there was some sort of, I remember hearing about this, but not sure what it exactly was. Some sort of Super Mario Brothers skin. Like, hey, here's the game, but we've replaced the characters with guys from Famitsu? There was some magazine, some radio thing? Some sort of release of Super Mario Brothers. It was specifically a Famicom Disk System release. So there's that to go for. So, you know, some of these... Can I not play stupid? Some of these are going to be ones we go for. I definitely at least want to do the Game Boy Color release. I had a jump there. Because we're playing, like, without... Oh, I had an extra life. Because we were playing without, in hardcore mode is what they're calling it. Which is essentially like, hey, you can't use, save states, rewind, that type of stuff. Because we're playing under those rules. The urge to just be like, oh, let me just rewind this, start over. Because, like, really, I should have been able to make that jump. You know? You should have been able to make that jump. Can't do that here. Can't do that. Over there. Alright. I'm not sure what's... Oh, I'm going to just lose this. Yeah. Gotta be quick with that. Not sure which one of these castle stages introduces the god-awful mazes, where it's like, yeah, you gotta... We're just gonna keep looping this area until you just step correctly. Oh, I'm not Fire Mario. I want to wait for that bubble to go up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Never said I was good at this game. I have probably the least amount of experience with this game than all the other Mario games. And Yoshi's Island. I've never beat Yoshi. Alright. World 6. Get ourselves Spiny throwing Lakitu once more. They like to just, forget what mathematically you would call, the kind of ramp up and ramping down of the movement speed that Lakitu does. But he loves to ramp up his lateral move there, right when I'm about to jump on him. Alright, well, I guess I'll take another. Come on, let me use my... There we go. I wanted to use, oh. Well, whatever. But yeah, plenty of other games I want to do Retro Achievements runs on. For the NES, I guess Zelda, sure. I don't think we would do that much. I've played that game so many times, I'm actually, like, disinterested in playing it. Great game for the era, obviously. The original Metroid would love to do, though not that big a fan. Oh wow, really? This again? Yeah, some of those, but for me, honestly, it's a lot of the Game Boy Advance stuff, Game Boy Color stuff. I would love to get Retro Achievements on. And some weird stuff, you know? Which one of these can we go down again? If any. Really? Is it none of these? I think that one to the left of us was an exit pipe. Oh, well. Alright, let's let this guy jump past. I think we're on one life. What's the level that everyone does the oh, I just messed that up. What's the level that everyone does the stair turtle tipping stuff on? Clearly, obviously passed it. Is it like 1-3? Everyone does it on? I just want to beat this game first and foremost. To at least get that achievement. Springs suck. That's... Oh, we have one life left. Okay. They just don't work. They don't work how video games have told us springs work. Video games have told us that you jump right at the end of a spring and you go higher. Tequila. I don't remember how this game operates with the springs. Ooh, threading the needle. Not that small of a gap. Still. Wait, why are we on 6-1? I thought... Oh, we didn't do the castle. Was that just 6-2? Tequila. Oh, didn't have the ang. That's short for angle. We didn't know. No, that was like 6-3 because 6-2 had all the pipes. Right? No commitments on when, but I think the next Retro Achievements stream I want to do, I think I want it to be Metroid Fusion. I mean, that's one I really want to do. But it's a question of do I do now? You know what I mean? I guess we could work towards getting another one up. Also, all the Fairchild Channel F games, all like, you know, 2 dozen of them or however many there are, those all have retro achievements. I really thought that was one we can go in. Because this feels like it's an exit pipe. What? Is this a beanpole? No. Tequila. Yeah, I think the next one I want to be Metroid Fusion. Would have really have been great if I could carry that through. That's a great game. So is Metroid Zero Mission. Metroid Fusion gets a bad rap. People didn't like that the woman talked too much in that game. It's being a bit reductive. The main complaints were more about the more directive angle the game took with I didn't even mean to keep going. I was holding back. People mainly complain about the, you need to go here. Alright, now you need to do this. You know, that Metroid was doing. But, you know, that was a choice that was made due to what I imagine at the time was a perceived, well, the last game, Super Metroid, was a bit too confusing for a lot of the folks back home in Japan, where the game did not sell well, and the series does not sell well. So maybe we need to... Oh, isn't there's an achievement for... There's an achievement for breaking that, yep. I didn't get it. Did by clicking off RetroArch here, did that... I died anyway. Did that, like, break the hardcore mode thing? It definitely paused the game. Fuck, this run is useless. Yeah, I click off and it gets paused. You can see it right in the top right there. Shit. Press again to quit. Yeah. Oh. Now you're seeing this. Hold on. You don't need to see what my Windows Start menu looks like. Got too many things in there. I'm not even done setting up all of this, by the way. I got plenty of games that are supposed to go on that shelf. I need to buy new shelves. That shelf's way too deep for video games. I got all these to figure out where to put my Switch games, PSP, a little bit of Vita games I have. The case to my PlayStation Portal. The cat likes looking out that window. Therefore, I can't use this nice big built-in shelf to display like Heihachi and whatnot on, because I would love to just have Heihachi right there. He would sit right there. Ugh. And have that like 3-year-old stale Corona sitting next to him. Alright, am I in hardcore mode? I guess I just can't click off. It sucks. That sucks. Right? That sucks. Okay. I guess we're starting over. Okay, hold on. I have to figure out how to do this. This is my first time doing one of these. Doing one of these streams. We're learning, because guess what? In attempting to swap back to the other camera, I clicked off the thing. And I have to do this first. And I gotta use the... RetroArch does not like mice. Doing it again. Why is it paused? I didn't click anything. Hold on. We're gonna end up spending the rest of this stream because, well, I mean, it's only been what, a half an hour, 40 minutes. Gonna be spending the rest of this stream. Okay. Just figuring out how to do this. Oh, and I don't have. Can I pause the game? Go back here? No. Of course not. Alright, hold on. I had a scene set up. Okay, now I'm gonna go back over to here. We're gonna figure this out. I click into this. Okay. Run. Alright. The login failed, invalid user. Really? Hold on. It says I'm an invalid user. Might have said that at the very beginning. Did that say that at the very beginning? Valid user. Definitely have used it before. RetroArch does not like using a mouse. It is meant for using a controller. Typing in my password. I think this is my password. I think that's my password. Okay. Looking back in here. Invalid user password situation. Did I forget what my password is? Hold on. Hold on. Sign out. Sign in. Yeah, that is the password I use. As I almost mouthed it out. Very bizarre. This is a good game to be doing this this inaugural test with. I'm not too hung up on trying to make sure I get them all. Not for this game. Oh my god, I know why. I can't say why. I had a typo in the password. I had a typo in the password. Okay. Try this again. Keep an eye on the thing. Super Mario Brothers, please run. Logged in. Okay, there we go. I didn't even see that thing pop. Let's just pretend the stream started here. It's a good test, though. Again, I'm still, yeah, I didn't see any of these pop-ups. Yeah, I'm an idiot. That's okay. I had to do a lot of testing. A lot of testing. I'm gonna go for the 120 coins in World 1. I'm gonna go for that. Tequila. It should give you coins for hitting the top of the flagpole. You know, later games would give you a 1-up, the new Super Mario Brothers games. Not this game. Super Mario Brothers Special makes you walk through the pipe here. Okay, it is critical that we do this really well. We're gonna get these coins, but we're not gonna use the warp. Okay. Almost halfway there. You can go down one of these, right? Oh, you could. I really don't know this game all that well. Okay. Tequila. That was a pretty good stare. Can't believe I didn't catch the fact that, like, it didn't lock me in. But yeah, because, like, yeah, it has all of the timers and whatnot running. I believe for these coin challenge achievements, you also can't get hurt. So I'm being extra careful. Why we're really only going for in this first world. Okay. Tequila. Okay. Oh, I don't think we're getting 120. I don't think we're getting 120 in World 1. We'd have to get 44, the next level. Yeah, there's spots I missed, obviously. Oh, and there goes that. That's okay, we weren't gonna get it anyway. They clipped the edge of his nose. Edge of his nose. If anyone saw that, hopefully. Never claimed to be good at this game. You know, maybe we just start that 120 over, you know what I mean? What if we just started that from the beginning? You know, I think that's great. Why don't we do that? Start from the beginning, why not? Why not? Coin up here. Oh. Well, maybe you don't want to go down there. I don't know. A lot of coins down there. Like, are we getting more coins by going through this route versus, up there? Tequila. I can't help but say it. Out here. thought it was like 26 that we got, so it's not terribly different. I think we finished this with 26, right? The first time around when we went under in the pipe. I think that's what we did. I'm surprised I didn't see any achievements for this game involving the score. Is that just boring to people? You know, finish with 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, you know, whatever score would actually be semi-challenging. Because all these retro achievements are made by the community. These are people that just, like, implemented them somehow. Obviously wrote, you know, their rules. And perhaps these people were a bit let down, maybe, by the state of current trophies and achievements on, you know, on the consoles. It was the fun. Like, I thought we tried this pipe. I'm right. Okay, we are caught up now. But the point being is that, like, I feel like a lot of these games that at least I'm interested in have hard, if not easy, achievements. This game in particular, beat the game twice without getting hurt. Insane, right? If a regular video game did that, people would be bitching. But like here, it's like, you really like Super Mario Brothers? We're gonna do it. We're gonna put that trophy, or that achievement, I keep saying trophy, that achievement in the game. Ugh. Did that invalidate that? No, it didn't. It did not invalidate. Maybe it was without dying. Not having the fire makes this harder. No. Yes. Tequila. It's involuntary. Okay, 26 more. Get it. 26 more. Like, subscribe, share. I said that once. Right, I can't click off. Can't click off. Are there even 26, like, coins in this level? Are there any coins in this level? It would come from blocks. Are there any blocks in this level besides the one I just hit? There are none. Alright, so somehow you have to get it in the first 3 levels. I already got the achievement for beating this dude with fireballs in this first level. 33 seconds, 20 milliseconds is my level time here. Yay. Huh. Tequila. Well, let's go World 3 Fireball kills if we can't do the 120 coins here. 140 for this world. Can't miss these. Right, the beanpole. That's gotta have some up there. There was an achievement for riding this up. And, no, I can't do it. But the little dance. No! Oh, no, no, no! No! So yeah, coin ones are overrated. Whatever. What's up, Brett? How's it going? Yes, we're doing retro achievements now here on the channel. On this Memorial Day. Doing Mario Brothers another hour. And maybe sometime during the week. Again, 10 a.m. to noon. A 2-hour window. Maybe we do another game. Now that I'm all kind of moved in and mostly settled, why am I even bothering with the coins? Now that I'm mostly moved in and settled, I want to be using this convenient time slot I have during the day, where I'm not at work, for some of this stuff. You know, not just editing, but, you know, maybe we do a stream. Not every day. Not every day. But at least one of the days. At least one of them. Tequila. Can't click off. I think it pauses and turns hardcore mode off. Can't click off. A lot of people really hate the levels like this with the flying fish. I don't think they're that bad. You just, you know, predict and adjust. Man, 140 coins in this world would have been easy. I didn't fuck up in the clouds. The worst part is that I knew my mistake. I was running up too close to the moving platform and trying to jump on it and just bonking off, but I just kept doing it even though I knew it was wrong. Oh, brother. Let's do this. Super Mario. Yeah, 78 out of 140, and I missed so many, both on purpose and on accident. Definitely could have gotten that 140. Oh, didn't break the thing. Is that just because we fireballed him? I don't actually pay attention. Alright, we want to fireball Bowser in this world. And I guess we will go for... How many coins was that? 120 again? Okay. Very, very strange setup here. I feel like one of these has to be a, multi-coin thing. Tequila. One of the achievements is to quote-unquote lure a Hammer Brother away from his spot. And I don't know what that means. Is it just like a weird thing in the code where like it breaks their you know, their movement area after a while? Oh, I almost had it. I almost had it. We get to try again. Tequila. Oh, that's why they don't... That's why they don't want you to die for these treasure hunting ones, because all the coins are back. You have to do it for the back turtle, not the front one, because that back turtle will just kill us. He's a mushroom. Yeah. Why don't we go for the... I need to practice the turtle thing. And we can just A, start here to restart this, literally this level. Why don't we do that? I want to get one achievement today. Okay, we got the big... We lost the big... Ah. You die. Yeah, anyway, Super Mario Brothers, you know, it's great to be able to show off all of these more natural ways players would play the game, you know, that's not, especially that, like, a normal player would do that, you know what I mean? I really want to show how normal players would do that, you know, before I do it right, you know? Like, oh, look, you know, a normal player missed. Oh, normal player's like, wow, there's a beanstalk there? Maybe I go up there. I don't know if I can. Oh, no. You know, that's what a normal player would be like. And so, like, you know, I'm glad I get to show you, you know, what it was like for me, like, maybe forever ago, right? Because I'm such an expert of the video game. It's just too close for us to walk off the edge, so I guess we wait till 280 times to go down to die. This kind of looks... I'm pointing in the wrong direction. This kind of looks funny because we're on a black background here. You don't know where the end... It just looks like he's dancing on the corner. Skillfully. That's what he's doing. Actually, this is a widescreen hack. He doesn't need to fall down. He doesn't need to fall down. 180 times. Yeah, I love it too because, like, the timer... What interval is that? Are those, like, half seconds? Right? Done. Oh no, the music's speeding up. Tequila. Great sound effect, the jump. You know, people, it's underrated, the jump. Dirty. Tequila. Okay. Oh man, I just ran out of time. I was really trying. There's, a bad player would look like that. You know what I mean? I really want to just illustrate what a bad player would look like. You know what I mean? What a normal player who is bad would look like. Not like a good player like I usually am. You know? I got the big. Nice, skip the spring. See? Good players do what I just did, and I swapped into... I wanted to illustrate again. Okay, I need to practice this. Ugh. Alright, we are not waiting for time. I want to be able to just restart that level. You know? I want to just start it over. Start it over. Sun's going down. We're gonna kill ourselves a bunch here. It's faster. I should have just done this before. I was just tickled by the fact that he was just barely not able to walk off the cliff. I want to get that one retro achievement. I think it's 10 1-ups by doing that. Okay. Start. Tequila. Ooh. Bam. Pro players play this way. And then normal players play like that. So you're getting a mix here. I really want to illustrate a variety of, of ways to play. Like, we're not going to win them all. You know what I mean? Normal players not going to win them all. I usually win everything. Usually. Not perfect. Right? Right? Not perfect. Tequila. The Metroid, because that's the next game I think I want to do. Metroid Fusion. And that might be, because for a lot of these I just want to visit them once. The Metroid GBA games, those are going to be games that I at least return to. Maybe not on streams, but I at least return to. Tequila. No. No. But anyway, okay. Damn, how do you do it? Those have, like, you gotta beat this boss this way, and this quickly, don't take any damage. There's a lot of, like, cool hard achievements. And then the Pokemon games, they have lists that are, like, catch all of the Pokemon, but, like, each Pokemon has their own achievement. It's awesome. But then there's also, I was looking at Pokemon Gold version, and seeing achievements that are like, beat the first gym leader without having any Pokemon in your team over this level, and you can't use super effective moves. It's like, oh, sweet, actual, like, tactics in Pokemon for, achievements, right? It isn't just beat the first gym, because you could grind, right? Everybody just grinds. But no, you can't basically be stronger than the gym leader and still win. I think that's cool. So that's another one I want to go for. There's a bunch. I don't know how you do this. I've never done this. I've never stepped on the turtle such a way that he hits the wall and bounces back in time for me to hit him again. Never been, and we did that a little bit by accident. just like that, you know, that was an accident. I'm not gonna lie, that was an accident. I wasn't trying to be bad there. All my other deaths were me exemplifying bad play. But we're on our last life, so I wouldn't do that. How do you do the thing with the turtles? I feel like that was it. Do I just need to be over more? Is it like... just barely on the edge? Tequila. Is that how you do it? I feel like it should be easier. It's not supposed to be easier. It's... I don't know. It is funny, people argue whether or not it was intended. It was clearly not intended. It's an oversight in just how the game works. It was not intended for players to be able to do the one-up trick, but cool nonetheless. You know, if you think about the real world, right? A real world sport. You think about all the rules in that real world sport. You know, there are things that are like, see, the springs suck. Oh yeah, you can't pick up the ball with your hands in soccer unless you're the goalie, the keeper. Very British way of saying goalie. Caper would be better. 'Cause I'm stealing the ball, pick it up with my hands. But like, anyone could just do it. You could pick up the ball. You know, there'd be a penalty, maybe you'd be kicked off. Whatever, red card, I don't know how soccer works. But, there we go. You could do that. But in a soccer video game, you couldn't, right? But there is another way in which, like, video games are different than real-world, like, I don't know, sports or activities. Is that there's sometimes the way reality in the games work, aka the way the code works. Oh, okay. Damn it! Where, like, the way the code is written could allow something that was not thought of, nor intended, and you could do it, right? Is the way the reality of that video game allows it to happen. And that's the same, that's how this jumping on the turtle thing is like. This wasn't an expected thing, but the way in which the game works, well, of course it's possible to do this. You aren't cheating yourself to 1,000,000 lives. But if they knew that it was possible, would they maybe change that? Would there be some sort of... the shell disappears after a certain amount of time, you know, thing going on? Both of you jump up, please. Like, if they didn't want players to do that, they could figure out a way, but they had, you know, to not allow them to do it, but they would have had to have preemptively known it was possible, right? You know, nerds go crazy over Super Smash Bros. Melee. That game is full of, like, oh, the game wasn't intended to be done in this way, to be played in this manner. But that's how these kids play it. And I say kids because I don't think any adult actually plays that game, if I'm being honest, in the manner in which... Okay. Oh, damn. Alright, wave dashing. That wasn't intended. That was a weird oversight, an affect in the code that allows, yeah, these two interactions with how player maneuvering works does allow you to do this weird thing, but, you know, sure. And that's why it's not in the others. Okay. See, I was like timing my not timing. The issue was not timing. I was moving myself to the corner and then jumped when he got close, and like I jumped too high. I just didn't time it. I need to be able to hit him on the other corner. You know what I mean? On his corner. Try this again. We're getting this achievement. I should rename this stream getting a retro achievement in Super Mario Brothers. Getting just one. You know, the game's not easy. And, like, to be fair to me, I got all of the easy ones earlier on April 7th. According to that thing. I should have fell in that gap. Should have been able to fall in the gap. You know, I have to turn the AC off when I do these streams. And recording the podcast. Oh, and the podcast recordings are like a couple hours. Oh no. Oh no, I'm just looking at my future and wincing. Because the AC unit, it's a wall unit. Is basically, I mean, you can't really tell from... Alright, I need to time this. That was close. That was close. The AC unit, I can't click off, is like... If you were to go on the other side of this camera, right? And just angle yourself at the wall, it's right up there. It's basically right behind my desk. It's not pointed at the microphone, but like, you know, it's gonna pick it up. It's loud. It also makes everything really cold. I love it. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my god, it's so cold. And, you know, this window that's right behind me, I could open it. What? I feel like people are gonna hear me inside. Especially at this time of night. But if we do those, you know, 10 a.m. to noon streams, people are going to be at work. I'm going to open up that window. People will be at work. Tequila. Shit. I made a bad call there. I held back because I wanted to run and jump. But if I held forward, I would have landed on the shell. Rookie moves. Again, never claimed to be good at this game. Just wanting to illustrate bad playstyles. That's all. I was really upset when they, oh, we're here already. Damn. I was really upset when they, shut down the servers for Wii U games because I wasn't able to pull my Wii U out of storage and find my copy of Mario Maker. I was gonna say, what if we go on the thing, but I don't really purchase for that. Because there was a bunch of classic, like, really great Mario Maker levels that I just never got downloaded. And I could hack the Wii U and I could throw them all. But you just do it normally, you know what I mean? Never got the chance. I want the big. I got the big. I lost the big. Story was big. Okay. Do you need to be holding down jump? Because I just pressed it like an idiot. I just, like, as the shell have, I just tapped it and hold it down. I feel like this is exactly where you want to be. Right? Look at the pixels on the block compared to Mario's foot. I thought this is where you want to be. This is where you want to be. I am literally going to rename the stream getting one hard retro achievement in Super Mario Brothers. We're gonna rename that when the stream is all said and done. Because we got 40 minutes left. Sure, I do something really cool with the shells and then just walk into a Goomba and lose the big. Just wanted to show that you can't swim in the water. Tequila. That's all I wanted to do. That's life. Oh, also, never gave a bit of a schedule for the trophy hunting streams, because I still have some assets I need to finish making for. They start moving. I don't know what to do. I still have to work on assets for the Metal Gear Solid 2 stream. That's why I kept pushing it. But also I moved, so like I want to make sure we're all set up correctly for that stream. But that'll be next. It should be on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, this week actually. I just have to finish one element for the layout. Folks have watched my previous Metal Gear Solid 1 streams. You saw I put a lot of effort in that. The Final Fantasy 2 and 1 streams use the same layout, so 3 will use the same as well. And Kingdom Hearts 2 is basically done. Basically done. There's just one thing I need to figure out and make. But if I remember correctly, and you can check the schedule right now, it's all public here on youtube.com/srank @srank, the only home for video games. The only home for video games. Only one. It's all public there, but I believe Saturday is Metal Gear Solid 2, and Sunday is Final Fantasy 3, and then the following Saturday is Kingdom Hearts 2. Achievement! Now I get to say we got 2 achievements. Now I get to say we got 2. Or maybe it'll still be 1. Getting 1 retro achievement in Super Mario Brothers. This was a good test stream. I'm not upset. Not upset. The one Mario skill, 2D Mario skill, I am proud of is my ability to figure out. How does this work? Figure out when to kind of just, as you're running and you make a big jump, just hold back, just tap back, and when, or hold back however long I need to, just to time a landing. The one Mario Brothers skill I feel like I have down. Even in this game. Just nothing with turtles. Tequila. Tequila. You know what? I'm gonna rename the stream to. Figuring out how to do the one-up trick in Super Mario Brothers because I can't. Or a retro achievement. Or whatever I want to call it. Tequila. And if I did that... If I did name it that, then I will tell you that the stream used to be called Getting Retro Achievements in Super Mario Brothers. I might end up just leaving that there, because the thumbnail wouldn't reflect the one-up trick. Tequila. 20 minutes. I got the big. Lost the big. We died. But again, normal players are going to do that. I need to show you guys how a normal player would play. You know, I need to illustrate to you guys, hey, you know, a non-expert is going to make these mistakes, right? Because obviously, you know, you just saw me use the spring like a genius right there, right? They call me Spring Genius. Like Spring Chicken and Boy Genius. It's those two turns of phrases. Alright, please. Problem is I'm too frantically doing that, and because there's two turtles, I have to get one turtle killed, and then the other one is like on his way. Oh god, now the wall is tequila. Tequila. Oh, I need to kill myself in the video game. Never kill yourself in real life. Alright, A and start. Man, my thumb on that corner hurts. I'm pressing the start button on this very particular controller. It's a very popular controller. This very particular controller, it's such a hard little button. And I keep hitting in that spot where the nail is gone on my thumb. And it don't feel good. It don't feel good at all. Alright. I feel like I did that right. Right? Did I not do that right? Let's try again. You know, something normal player. Tequila. Oh man, I feel like that was great too. Damn. I gotta figure out a way to cool this room without having that loud AC on. Tequila. I like that little bridge because it makes you think, oh my god, they're gonna do the fish thing. Or no, the fish wouldn't have happened yet. No, the fish would have happened. This is 3-1. I was getting them mixed up. I don't know why I'm getting... No, I am getting the fire flower. Snipe these guys. Tequila. And so I can... Okay. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Maybe the turtle shell was too, bar. Maybe it needs to be like... Maybe like in the middle. Maybe like here. But if I hold down, am I jumping up too high? Huh. Much to think about. Billy Ray Cyrus once tweeted. Thank you. Definitely would have died there. Alright. Hey, start. Let's try again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh! It's okay. Losing the big happens. You know, bigs come and go. You know, it's your experience with the big that matters the most. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, like, you only appreciate it when it's gone. Something, put up a parking lot. A movie big with the piano. I was just fucking around with the A button there. I was just jumping. I don't really know what I'm doing. The problem is, on April 7th, when I apparently played this game last for Retro Achievements, I googled, how do you do the one-up trick? And you know what I saw? Jack all for help. Google is that bad. I even searched with Reddit, and I found people talking about how easy it is, but not how to do it. If you know how to do it, write in the comments below. And like and subscribe. Devin told me if we don't get our numbers up, he's gonna, I don't know, do something really bad to me. He might kick a turtle shell at me. Crack my back too. Yeah, I'm leaning forward too much for gaming, but I don't feel locked in. Oh. Doesn't matter. Again, bigs come and go. See, we got a big right here. Tequila. I gotta figure this out. We need to figure out how to do the turtle jump. A one-up glitch. Gotta figure it out. I hate the springs, because once you don't have any momentum and you're just jumping on the spring, going up and down, and then like you have such a small window of time between realizing, oh, I am going up high this time, and like, oh, I do not have enough time to hold forward to move to the spot I need to go, right? So you kind of need to just assume that you did have it, and it's so easy to not have it, right? So easy to not have it. I love these bridges. I love this sprite. Bridges. Tequila. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Do I need to face the wall? No, it has nothing to do with which direction M-Dog is facing. I like this. It looks like they're not hitting the wall. Tequila. Damn. You know, I am gonna blame this on, partially, like, 10%. If I can put 10% of the blame, on not being able to do this. 90% of it is knowledge. I'll say 80% of it is knowledge. 10% of it is distraction. I'm talking to you. But the other 10% is the button layout on this controller. Having it not set the way I play 2D platformers. Where B is the tip of the left thumb, A is the knuckle, or close to the knuckle of the same thumb. Not left thumb. I said the left thumb. I meant right thumb. Instead of B being the left side of the thumb and A being the right side of the thumb. I get it. A lot of controllers, Nintendo history, were like that. But you know what one I grew up with? Nintendo 64. Where B and A were exactly how I like them. And then moved on to GameCube, where the A button was like a giant saucer pan. And the B button was, you know, this tiny little thing. People... I was going to talk about the GameCube controller and say people overrate it. And I fell into a hole like a jackass. We got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. Let's get this done. We are not stopping early unless we get a 1-up achievement. Fuck. Now I'm just dying to stupid stuff. Maybe the first retro achievement stream that I would... I'm just trying to fuck with the turtles. Why am I fucking with the turtles? The first retro achievement stream to have done maybe should have been a game I'm more good at. More good. My goodness levels with the video game higher. Like a Metroid. See, I keep trying to fuck around with these turtles. I don't know how to do this. Tequila. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I guess this is good timing. Last run. Last run. Last run. Not going great so far. Let's get the big. Not mess around. This is our last attempt. This set of lives. Okay, we lost the big. Bigs come and go. It's okay, we're only gonna do it like first try when we get there. And we got the checkpoint. And which means we get to skip the spring. Get this big. No! Trying it again. Try it again. Trying it again. Tequila. This all started because the very first time I hit the turtle in this stream, it was bouncing a couple times. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do it. It's possible. Why don't we focus on it? That has been the show for the evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. I promise we will do better next time with a different game. Yes, a new episode of the Sonic Movie Show. Devin and I is hopefully returning to semi-weekly, mostly weekly podcast about video game movies and the like. Just aired, where we rewatched Sonic 2 for the 5th time. It's an interesting episode. I'll give it that. Give it a watch, give it a listen. It's on podcast platforms and also here on the channel. Like, subscribe, share, please. Put the gun down. S-Rank, the only home of video games, will return Saturday for Metal Gear Solid 2 on a stream. We also had that TCG Card Shop Simulator stream earlier. Give that a watch. Had a lot of fun with that. And we have ideas, loose ideas, to bring that back again. Infrequent. So, yeah, Devin has potentially a new movie review coming out within the next month or so. Not more, but like within a month. You should have a new one up around then, in this time frame. And I'm going to be having some videos pop up on the site. I want to bring back those stinky platinum streams I used to do in the form of... Sorry, I'm playing with my hair like an idiot. In the form of videos, interesting topic-based videos. We'll see how they go. So, there's a bell. Click the bell. The bell would send you notifications when things on this channel are live or available to watch. There are shorts. Devin puts a lot of effort in the shorts. We have a short that has 16 views. And other shorts that have thousands. Watch the shorts. Like, subscribe, share, please. Thank you. Goodbye. Now I have to awkwardly move over to here. See ya.